into the meat, man. So, up, internet friends, Lyle from Stone Glacier here with another awkwardly cooking video. You're probably wondering what we've been doing because we haven't made a video in a while. And we've just been busy, you know, living the dream, $1 million homes and things like that. So, just been kicking it. But we got a little free time here in between the holidays, and just wanted to make one of my favorite meals for you. So, this meal we make at our house fairly often. No, hold on. We'll just go again. Fairly often. And anyway, so what happens is you kind of get to the end of the year and you don't have like a lot of your choice meats left. So like all of our good steaks, a lot of our burger, pretty much gone. So what you get left with are these like random kind of like packages of meat that for us like constantly get kind of like shoved in the back of the freezer. And so I always like to make this, and I don't really have like a name for it. It's like a Asian rice bowl meat freezer burn thingy, but I don't know, we'll give it a try. So also about this time of year too, the thing that we have at our house is we always have a lot of zucchinis, and so my wife grows those. And what happens is like if my uncle used to say, like, if you live in Montana in the fall, like there's a pretty good chance if you leave your car unlocked, somebody's going to stick a zucchini in there. And I never really knew what that meant, but it turns out like zucchinis grow up pretty well in our area. So if you can't grow anything, you can grow a zucchini. That's what I always say. So anyway, here we go. So I've got some vegetables here. We got zucchinis. I got these mushrooms. I'm not a huge mushroom guy, but they do work pretty well on this. I've got some green onions, and I've got like some things in there that we'll use as well. And then this is my beer. So over here, I've got my meat defrosting. I forgot we were doing this today, and I forgot to set it out. But hot tip, you can take a couple bags of meat like this, put them in a bag, throw them in some hot water, and you can defrost them. I'm not a microwave defrost guy. It's so gross. Your meat comes out all like gray, looks like an alien. So that's not my jam. But today we're going to be using the famous elk cube steak. So if you're not familiar with a cube steak, basically it's not a great steak. I think it's like a top sirloin or something. I don't remember exactly what the cut is. Basically, it's pretty chewy. But then they have a machine that like punches these little holes in it. And if you've ever had a chicken fried steak, that's basically what this will look like. It's kind of like a burger that's held together by not so great sinewy, tendony, like it's kind of gross. So still like a touch frozen, which is actually not terrible for cutting it. It does add a little more moisture in your pan when you go to cook it, but that's not a huge deal for this recipe. So I'm just gonna chop this up. So if you see, like it's like burger, but it's like they've like poked it with a bunch of little needles. I don't know, it looks crazy, but you know who loves it? This good old Frosty boy. Oh, you want that? Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy right there. That's a good dog. I bet you guys thought I had like some manly dog, but I have a fluff ball. He's a good boy. Look at him, just a good boy. So anyway, you're gonna cube this up. If you don't have cube steak, you can use any kind of steak, or you can even use burger for this. But you want to make sure these pieces are pretty small. If this is a little tough, just easier to chew up. But tends to come out actually pretty tender after we do the cooking with it. I don't know, this is like a real restaurant thing, but that's my move right here. All right, got this pan going. You can see it's kind of a cast iron pan, and I got a little butter. Or we'll put a little olive oil in there, just a skosh. Any kind of white rice is good, and we're gonna do 3 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. That's what I did in there, was 3 cups of water. All right, so I got my rice. I just put it in this bowl because I thought it looked fancier, but it could have came right out of the box at most houses. Oh, it's Matt Lacko. Hey Matt. Hey, what's up? My budget for Christmas trees? I don't know, I'm filming a cooking with Lyle video right now, but how much are they? American? All right, so we're gonna throw that in there, like so. And then we're gonna cover that with a lid. All right, so first step here, we got our meat all chopped up finally. I threw some salt on it. We're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna fry it up in this pan. Throw that in there like so. My cooking buddy loves meat. Hates zucchini. Oh, maybe today? Nope, he ain't doing it. Ain't having it. So you can peel your zucchini if you want to. I do not peel my zucchini. for anyone. But we're going ahead and we're going to rustic chop this up as well. Probably just do just making the mess. And it's getting hot. Once that gets brown, we'll go ahead and throw our zucchini in there. We need what they call the yum yum sauce. I think that's an absolutely heinous name, but it is delicious. So we'll make that too. So that's like a dressing dipping sauce we're gonna put on top. Let's see, we'll get some mayonnaise. That's still good. Mayonnaise, I don't think will ever go bad. It's literally nothing but preservatives. And, well, not this. This is that good mayonnaise. So you're gonna want probably like a quarter-ish cup of something like this in there. We'll start with that. We might need a little more. And we're gonna meat a little bit here. Woo. It's hot. All right, we're gonna do that later. We got a little rice vinegar here. Oh yeah, that's delicious. I'm a big rice vinegar. It's like a I don't know, a dash of that. Like a tablespoon, teaspoon-ish, somewhere in between. Then we got a little blue agave sriracha here. See, I think I got one of those over. Here you go. And a little sriracha goes in there. And then we got some garlic powder. Let me put that lid in there. We're gonna do like, whoop, yep, there you go. We're gonna use a fork, and we're just gonna mix that up real well. It's like spicy poor man's fry sauce, basically, is what we're making. And then we're gonna take our vegetables, put those right in there, like so. I'm gonna give it just a little taste of olive oil. We're gonna go ahead, start to brown those off a little bit. I like to cook my zucchinis until the skin gets kind of softish. Not really science to it, but you don't want it to be undercooked, and you can definitely overcook your zucchini. So we'll let that go for a moment, and we're just gonna dice these up. I'm not like a huge mushroom guy, but they do add flavor and some texture, so if you like food with flavor, this is probably going to be your jam. So, I don't know, this is like a couple of handfuls of mushrooms that we'll put in there as well, as soon as our zucchinis have cooked their way down. Now we're just browning. Alright, we're going to go ahead and throw our mushrooms in here. And we're just going to let that cook off for a minute here. Sometimes when nobody's looking, just a little dash of liquid. Alright, looking pretty good. Maybe just a pinch of salt. A little black pepper here. Ooh. Really on there. So we slow-moed it. You probably saw it. But we put a little teriyaki sauce in there. I went a little heavier than you probably want to, but we'll boil it down here a second. It'll be fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a nice little spoonful of rice. It's going to go in the bottom of your bowl here. Something like so. So then you want to just take some of your teriyaki meat and vegetables. I'm just going to go right on the top. Get a little bit of that extra sauce in there, something about like that. Like so. And then this is where the yum yum sauce comes in. And take that and we're just gonna give it a little bit of that fancy dribble, like so. Then, if you like the onions, you're gonna take some onions. You're just gonna give it a little bit of like that. Then, if you're real fancy, you can top it off with a little toasted sesame seed. So with those, you're just gonna take those. You're gonna do something about like that, right there. So pretty simple. I mean, we cooked this in just a handful of minutes. So just kind of an easy end of the year freezer burn thing that you can make for your family, but you're gonna end up with just a sexy little bowl of goodness, something just like that. Ferocious killer.